and welcome to another episode of Motors for the Masses in what is our first episode of the Honda NTV 650 build. It's filmed on my Huawei Mate 20 Pro, so let's see how this turns out, shall we? And the only reason why that is because Jamie could not be bothered to wait until I went home and got the cameras. So, roll the intro and let's get cracking. Crack! So here we are with the Honda NTV and it's new tyres time. Now I wanted to wait till the video, but Jamie is impatient and he wants the tyres on, he wants them on now. I thought I was impatient. So these are coming off and these are going on. These are Michelin Anarchy Wilds. We've got a 130 80/17 going on the front and a 150 70/17 going on the back. Because it's got a 150 on there and a 110 on the front, or 120. Yes, I know it's going to ride like a bag of poo, but it's going to look cool. Next we're going to be doing the exhaust. Yes, we won't be using that again. Wow. Lovely paint finish on that.
This ain't welded together.
So the exhaust looks like a centre box from a Mazda. It's even got Mazda written on it. Mazda P550. It's got Mazda written on it. It's a Mazda centre box. Yeah.
He's welded it on, hasn't he?
Welded and then some kind of weird putty sealant stuff. Easiest thing I think is to rip it out of here.
Yeah, I think it's been hammered in. It's just trying to get the force that way, isn't it?
Yeah. May the force be with you. Would it be easier to take the exhaust off the engine? Yeah, no, that's the whole pipe moving.
Yeah, no, it is moving in, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah. I could help, but this is more interesting. I helped. I became a Black & Decker workmate and held the exhaust. It's actually not bad condition. Now the plan is to have one exhaust. I'd like to have this top exhaust to come up here, like so, and go across here. And then this one to go under the bike up here, and then up the other side, to have one either side. I don't know if that's going to be possible. What do you reckon?
Oh, if you want some, quality fabrication, ask the previous owner.
I don't know if he did that or if his previous owner. I can't see you, you're dark. Hang on. That's better. Yeah, so you have to excuse, we're doing it on the phone at the moment because all the camera stuff's at home and Jamie was impatient. Yeah. And he wouldn't even wait for me to go home and get my camera.
Nope. In for the bin? Skip?
No. No.
What are you going to do? Put that in your truck?
Now there's an idea.
Cherry bomb on your truck.
Or even better, on the Fiesta project. Now you can see all these bits of green on here. That looks like it's had some kind of goop in there to seal the tyre at some point. Obviously the best thing is to get rid of that before the new tyre goes on, otherwise it isn't going to seal properly. The tyre's quite hard, isn't it?
Just a little bit.
It's like knocking on a door. Nice. Lots of bounce. Yeah, that's dead. So just explain what you're putting on there, Jamie.
It's just a bit of tyre lube, just to help it slip on the rim. And just put that on both sides. Only on the V bit though, yeah?
Yep, obviously. Now the important thing with these tyres is to make sure, if they're directional, that they go on the right direction. There's an arrow on the side that'll say which direction it goes in. So it went on. The ideal thing to do when you put new tyres on, if they're cold, heat them up. Just put a bit of heat in the tyre, make it a bit more pliable. This one has gone on okay now.
Wow.
Now I would have liked to have gone chunkier. I wanted to put a 170 or 180 on the back here, but there isn't the room because it hits against the shaft. And as a 150 came off, we measured, and a 150 knobbly should just go in there. We'll find out in a second. So that says something. Sun's on it.
10 grams in line with the top here.
Where it tells you to, yeah. Quite a chunky looking tyre. Looks alright. So the moment of truth. Will it fit in the hole? Yeah, it's to one side. I don't like that. So the trick with this is to make sure the holes line up. You've got inside and outside holes.
Yeah, on the back here you got a series of holes on the back of the hub, and then you got short studs and long studs.
Yeah.
So you have to make sure obviously it's set with the short studs going in the short holes.
Yeah.
And the studs going in the holes.
And this one has now been put in place. So what have we got? We've got space up there, even though that's all coming off anyway. Looking pretty good from the back. We've also plenty of space down there, which is the important bit. I wonder, you know, if we could have put a 160 on there. Well, I'm not close to the idea. What do you reckon?
I said, didn't they go from 150 to 170 on that car though? Did they do it once?
Yeah, 170 might just be a bit too much. Okay, all right, we'll stick with it. It goes with the size of the bike. It's not a huge bike, is it? So once all that gubbins is out of the way, all that nonsense up there.
I'll put a split pin in the back, otherwise they want one in there.
Oh yeah, that'd be handy. Yeah, thanks. So on the front one, it's going to be a little bit different because obviously we've got this mud guard here, and this is going to have to come off. See that? It's going to be in the way. So the mud guard's going to disappear. There's going to be a higher, the little bracket, a higher mud guard anyway, a short little stubby scrambler style mud guard, and then the tyre should fit nicely on the front. God, that is solid. Been there a while. This is proving to be quite. Oh, there you go. Yeah, the buzz gun just wouldn't do it. So I had to use manual labour.
Buzz gun's just whereas this is just pure torque.
Yeah. So with that undone, the shaft comes out here once you've undone the pinch bolts.
Yeah.
And
so you look around here, basically that's the bolt that threads into the inner part of the spindle.
Yep. There it is.
Just so that it can't come out. Undo these pinch bolts now, and then you can turn that out.
While Shamy's doing that, I will undo the mud guard. He says, "Oh, not with that one, I won't." I'm trying to do it one-handed. Yeah, that's my excuse. Hang on, internet, I'm going to have to put you down. Right, now they're snapped, those will undo. Like so. Oh, there's a spider in that one. I'm just wearing him round. Well, you know how I like spiders. Oh, it's the remnants of one. There you go. Go for a little spin.
You're safe. You're safe. Don't worry, he's dead.
Oh, he's gone. So, with the bolts undone, the mud guard should... Oh, it slides down when the wheel's off. Yeah. So, it looks like the pads are jammed on.
Yeah, what you got is the lip on the edge of the disc. It's quite a big lip.
Right.
Obviously the pads.
Oh yeah, it's just going to need new disc and pads.
Yeah, and new pistons.
And new pistons.
Because they are rusty. Trying to just get the pad to go back and the piston to go back to release it at the moment.
So there's one piston just fell out.
Hey? That's
Oh, that's the spacer, isn't it? I was going to say.
I was going to say, don't say that, mate. The caliper's still on the bike.
I just saw it drop and I thought, oh, is that a piston fell out? But it's not, it's the little spacer.
I might drop the caliper off as well with the wheel, and then I'll just have to hammer the caliper off.
Right. As long as the caliper itself doesn't break, I don't mind replacing the pistons, pads and discs.
As it says it with a rubber hammer, hopefully, and loosen it. Get it off.
We've also got the new bars have arrived, and I shall show you those in a moment. Since we're doing everything in this episode on the phone, I hope it comes out all right.
Well, if not, you know not to use your phone anymore, don't you?
It should do. For information, I'm using a Huawei P20 Mate, no, a Mate 20 Pro.
Which you hate.
Yeah, I do. It's annoying. Because my apps seem to play up. And before you say anything, no, I don't think it is China spying on me. Although there has been rumours.
You might want to hold the bike as it does it as well.
No, bike will be fine. Bike's jacked up. What do you reckon?
It's not mine.
Yeah, hang on.
Hang on.
There you go. I've got it. You're good.
There you go.
I think mudguard is coming out as one. Is that a fork seal leaking I can see there?
Yeah.
Lovely. All right, new fork seals then. Which, let's be honest, for a bike that's been off the road for 15 years, it's probably a good idea anyway.
Yeah, I don't think this caliper bolts have been out for a while. And they don't even thread into that bit, but there's enough corrosion and stuff to hold it in there.
Nice.
So now, the well stuck on there, mate. It's coming, isn't it? It's well stuck.
Bit by bit. Oh.
Sounds like something's moving. Something's breaking, that's it.
It's, like you said, there's a massive lip on the inside of that disc,
You
and
can see it's come off it a little bit.
the pads are jammed in, so you've got a real big lip on there. I'm going to go around the other side and see if I can show you it.
About a 2mm lip there.
There it is, yeah. It's hard to see from this angle, but there is quite a lip.
Rust.
That's a good thing about a phone. You can get into places where the cameras can't go. The disc will definitely be replaced 100%.
I was going to say, because it is knackered.
Yeah. The disc, the pads, the pistons.
Trying to wrench this off then, yeah?
Yeah, as long as the caliper itself doesn't get damaged, the seals will be replaced, the calipers will be replaced, the disc and the pads. So what about if we turn the wheel, grind this lip off so it makes the disc a lot thinner, and then slip it out that way?
Yeah.
Will that work?
Well, I didn't get the grind tool in there. I could just unbolt the disc from the wheel. As we're going to have to replace the disc anyway.
Yeah, but how are you still going to get the caliper off the disc?
Well, it'll be easier once obviously the wheel's out of the way, won't it?
To then at least grind it and slide it off?
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that then. All right.
You
Right.
said we're going to replace this anyway, so...
Okay, so the disc is off, the wheel is out, and then we can at least get to the disc and grind it off to be able to get it off. Look at that, like absolutely solid on there. Amazing. As you can see, the pistons are rusty as hell. Right, grinder. Is Is that enough?
Do both sides, maybe. The other side as well.
Really?
Oh, fucking definitely. I think both sides grinding up. There you go.
Yay! Amazing. There. Well, that's all right.
Should we clean it up and
Yeah,
have
just
a
clean it
little...
up and use that. Yeah. Sell that in the shop, yeah? Yeah, that's not... Got plenty of life left in that, look. Look how thick it is, look. Just turn it to the side. Yeah, another 20,000 miles on that, look.
Just a little bit different from the
That's all right.
thickness there.
Bit of free play, don't hurt anyone. So now it's off, you can see just how bad the pistons are in there, look. Rusty, awful. Right, time to order a new seal and piston kit, disc and pads. Now, we did say that this bike is going to be built on a good budget, and I still think it can be. Minus the disc pads, piston kits and seal kits.
Well, it probably could be done cheap before you got involved.
Helpful, thank you. So again, out with the old 110 plastic tyre. Nice. And in with the 130. What we just hit? Oh. So the issue is that obviously this is a 130 tyre going on a rim that's designed for a 110. It's struggling.
Quite hard.
We're unsure as to whether it's actually going to go on at this moment in time. We might have to end up putting a 120 on it. But we're going to give it a go.
The bead is just so stiff, look.
Yeah. It's getting sweaty, look at him.
I want to actually work for the money. What's going on there?
So the question is, Jamie, do you think it's going to go on?
Maybe.
Look at that. I go away for one quick phone call and he's done it. It's on. Actually, it sits in there quite nicely.
About 8 mil. Something like that.
Again, could have gone for a 150. 150 front, 170 rear. No. No, that would have ridden awfully. To be honest, this might ride awfully anyway. But it looks so good. Okay, let me talk you through the next plan. So, all this is coming off. This, what I've decided to do is not get rid of this panel completely, is to change the shape of it with the contour of the lines, come up here like this to a short bit up there, and the same on this side. So basically, cut across here, up there, up there, up there, up there, up there, to here, and just have that piece on. And then get rid of the bottom bit, get rid of that back bit, get rid of this, and put a scrambler seat on there, like on the Bullet Hero, that kind of thing. And then respray the tank, change the handlebars, change the lights, leave the clocks, because I like the clocks. Oh, right. Now the battery's been charging, and Jamie's desperate to start it with no exhaust on it.
Key.
Right, I'll go and get the key.
Just to let you know as well, that front tyre was tight on that rim, just so you know.
Right. Tight as in, you thought the bead was going to snap?
The bead's very stiff.
Right.
So it feels really tight. I mean, even when you pump it up and get it to go on the bead, you pop twice.
Okay.
It only just about went on there.
So what pressures have we put in this?
Well, at the moment, just under 30, 34 at the moment.
34 in the front, 35 in the back.
Yeah, something like that, yeah.
I think we should put the petrol on reserve. I don't know how much is in there.
I don't even know, it's got enough power to neutral line, right? So nothing on that at the moment.
Sounds like a Harley. I don't know how well that's going to come out on this phone, but you can hear. It runs quite well. Bearing in mind the bike's been off the road and not used and started for 15 years, I'd say that's a success. I apologise, it's actually been 10 years off the road, not 15 years. But even so, I don't think that's bad considering it hasn't been started and used for 10 years, do you? No. Okay, so handlebars. These are the new handlebars that are going to go on, and they will go on there, obviously in place of these ones. So they're going to be some Renthal straight bars, or Renthal style straight bars, with a bit of a bend in it. What are they called? It doesn't say handlebars.
Motocross bars.
Motocross bars, that's the word I was looking for. And indicators. 4 of these. These are going to be the new indicators to replace the ones from the 1980s by the looks of those. Massive things. Awful. I've got 4 of these. They're LED and they're little bullet shaped ones. See them? Nice. And they are going to go in place of these. Slightly different, don't you think? Fantastic. We are considering using this phone in future videos because it actually films quite well, especially when you do this. Oh, what's going on? There. Now we are considering using this camera for other videos, especially when you do this. Ready? Wide angle. Look at that, look. See everything. It's brilliant. What do you think? If I can do this then. Whoa, look at that. Look. Whoa, yes. Amazing. Brings us to the end of this episode of Motors for the Masses. Thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back next time with another section of the build on the NTV, and of course we've got the bobber build coming up, and we've got the Benelli 752 coming soon, along with some other stuff which I've forgotten at this moment in time. So thank you very much for joining us. If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them in the comment section below, and until next time, please ride and drive carefully,
but have fun.
Bye.